Hello. Today we are continuing with the team's analysis and we're going to take a look at the Europe contenders, at least in my opinion. The five teams of Chelsea, Manchester United, Brighton, West Ham, and Newcastle are going to fight for the two/three spots that are not the Champions League. And tomorrow we are going to focus on the Champions contenders. So today is going to be the last of those analysis and the videos solely dedicated to those analysis. Today we are starting from the 10th team overall. It's Chelsea, and we are going to take a look at two fixtures from the Prem and the last game against the Preston team in the FA Cup third round, because now that game is without the AFCON participants, so you have the basic knowledge of how the team will look. Okay, let's start with the game against Crystal Palace. It was a 2-1 victory for them. So we are starting with Chelsea. So it's Chelsea 2-1 Crystal Palace. We already discussed that game yesterday, but we're going to take a look at from Chelsea's perspective. Here, Disasi and Badeshile in the center back positions. Kowe was a left back. Gusto at right back, Gallagher, Caicedo, Enzo is missing, but here Nkunku, who is now injured, Jackson is now away, Mikhailo Mudryk got injured that game, so I believe he's back already, I'm not sure, and Madsen, a little bit of a different draft because they had a lot of players being suspended, I believe, that week. But how is the... yeah, it was Cole Palmer and Sterling suspended, so this is the bench. Basically, we're adding it here. Of course, we have to make it smaller, so something like that. Okay, so Thiago Silva joined instead of Cole. That must have hurt. 58 minutes up. Madsen left for Lavia. Lavia is back. Madueke, who scored a goal. Broja came on, and Alfie came on at the end to cover for Badiashile. And now at the average positions, this game is not showcasing a lot because a lot of players are missing, so it's not the formation that Chelsea are participating, but this is the sample that we have and we need to use it. I hope you enjoyed yesterday's video because it was on the teams that are in the middle of the table that can get involved in the Europe contention, but not by a lot, at least in my opinion. So Disasi and Beriashile. Gusto was in the middle, but then he maybe left on the was on the right when Kowe left, and when Thiago Silva came on. Yeah, Thiago Silva is here. So Disasi came as a right back. Yeah. So nothing too spectacular here. Broja was the most... no, Nkunku was the most advanced. Then Broja was advanced for sure. So Broja advanced. That can be added for sure. Nothing too special from that game. Yeah, I don't know what to take from that game. There is no specific formation. Maybe Caicedo was holding and Gallagher was a little bit further ahead, and Nkunku was involved, so it was like a 4-4 basically. But yeah, it's tricky to pick with so many injuries for Chelsea. Now let's look at Gameweek 20, because this is where they won against Luton. They almost lost, but they had more of their senior players back. So it was Luton 2-3 to Chelsea. We already discussed that game, but from the other's perspective. Now we'll see it from the Chelsea's perspective. Lineups, we're going here. Palmer had an amazing game. Sterling was once again on the bench, but it sometimes happens. Badiashile wasn't in the squad this time, at least not in the starting lineup. Gallagher and Caicedo kept their places, so let's look at the bench. Yeah, Badiashile is not here. He was injured. Was he? And there isn't an update here that we can rely on. but Enzo came back, and Kunku was here, but he got injured before the FA Cup fixture, so he will be out for 3 weeks by the looks of it, which is devastating for him. But yeah, Caicedo and Gallagher kept their places. Madueke was there, but Sterling wasn't. Oh no, he was there, but he didn't came on. Palmer was integral for sure. Let's see how the average positions are looking for the Chelsea players. So average position here. Okay, that's way more clear now when we can see it. Sorry, so it's here, it's Caicedo scoring. So it's basically a 4-2-3-1. It's way more revealing that way. Now without Jackson, Enzo is back, so we have to see how they're lining up. But yeah, it looks alright. Only 3 subs, with the Alfie sub not being impactful at all. So here Chelsea putting that number 18, so Nkunku was advanced for sure, and Enzo was advanced as well for sure. So yeah, they were advanced, but nothing too spectacular here. Palmer joined attack a lot. Okay, now let's take a look at the FA Cup third round. So put that in the middle. It was Chelsea. No, that's not what I meant to do. Sorry. So it was Chelsea 4-0 to Preston. Here we can see the lineup for Chelsea once again. Yeah, it was a home game. The lineup, this is how their lineup is most probably going to look. So not Gusto, but Mudryk is back. It's not going to be Gilchrist for sure. It's going to be Gusto, Cowell, Disasi, and Thiago Silva. But Thiago Silva got a little bit of a rest. But yeah, this is the way it's looking, and in my opinion, that's how they will look in the future. Maybe Gallagher can come for Mudryk, but it's not sure, because he's very integral part, but you never know what the coach will do. But yeah, so Madueke isn't starting a lot of games even in the FA, so that's a sign to not count on him. Sterling is here. Cole Palmer is a great option. Let's see how they are lining up here. So adding up the player average positions. Wow, Sterling was ahead for sure. So putting it here, I can see that Sterling was attacking as a shadow striker. Palmer was on the right. Mudryk was on the left. Gusto was attacking a lot. Alfie was there. Disasi, Cowell came on as a left back. Maybe that's the line where Gusto was operating. So Gusto advanced. Sterling advanced. Let's put the subs here. So when Gallagher came on in the 76th minute, he was attacking. Number 36 is Washington. He was attacking. Number 11 Madueke. They were all attacking basically for the whole game. But yeah, Sterling advanced, and yeah, that's what I can take. Madueke's minutes at big risk. So that's what we can take from Chelsea. I think that's enough from them. We'll take a look, but if I'm investing in someone, if I were you, it would be Cole Palmer. He's on penalties, he's on some set pieces, he's attacking. So yeah, I'm pretty good owner of Palmer, and if I were you, if I would invest in Chelsea, it would be for Palmer. Next up is Newcastle. We once again have Prem fixtures and FA Cup fixtures. So here we have 2 losses. The first we already discussed when we discussed Nottingham Forest. They were bad at that game, if I have to be honest. So it is Newcastle 1-3 Forest. This is the lineup. It's Dubravka, Fabian, Schär, Botman, Burn. So that's the starting lineup. Trippier was off for the game against Liverpool, but now he's back. Luis Miley, Bruno Guimaraes, Sean Longstaff, Gordon, Isaac Almiron. I believe that's the general lineup that they are using. On the bench, we can see Livramento as a sub, Wilson as a sub. Wilson is now injured, so we need to think of a replacement for anyone who owns Wilson, because he's out. Maybe, I don't know. Come on, stop. Okay, this. Okay, so now let's take a look at the average positions. I'm pretty interested to see where they. So wow, Trippier was hell of attacking. We already knew that, but we will take a point of it. And when we add the subs, yes, so here Trippier attacking, Gordon who came on for Almiron, Wilson. So then Isaac and Wilson played together. Nothing too spectacular here. Number 21 is Livramento, he's in midfield. Lewis Hall. Yeah, so Trippier attacking, that's what we can get from that loss. Let's see now from the game against Liverpool. It's not much of an info from losses, but we need to take care of them. So Gordon started on the right. It was a benching for Almiron. So yeah, it is game week 20. It was Liverpool 4-2. It was all Liverpool, and the only reason they didn't lose by a lot more was Dubravka, but here Trippier was injured. The midfield is the same. Wellington was here their left winger, so Gordon is nailed more than Almiron, but I believe we already knew that. He came on for Miley, so Almiron minutes are a little bit reduced. We will take a point of that. So that's here. Okay. So this is basically going to be the lineup against City, replacing Livramento with Trippier. If I have to be completely honest, that's what I believe it's going to happen. This will be the same lineup. Instead of Livramento, put Trippier in. So this game is important to see how they were lining up. So we go to average positions, we go to Newcastle. It doesn't look good, but Gordon was rotating. Gordon swapping wings. Almiron not nailed. Livramento wasn't attacking at all. That's what we can see from here. Let's see when the subs came on. What happened? I don't think a lot happened. Just lost. But yeah, we need to take point of everything that they're doing. So the sales joint, Almiron was on the right, so Gordon swapping wings after Almiron came on. So Gordon can play on the right and on the left. That's good for him. But yeah, that's basically it. It's 4. So Wellington left for Lascelles. Okay. It was 4-5-1. 4-5-1. But Gordon was attacking for sure. Way more attacking than the others. So basically a 4-5-1. 4-4-2. Something like that. Okay. And now let's see how the lineup is looking when the defense is there. So this is in the middle. Let's go here. It's Sunderland 0-3 Newcastle. It was a regional derby, so it was full lineup from Newcastle for sure. Yes, the only one. Oh, so Joelinton is out. So a lot of goals maybe conceded by Newcastle, but they scored a lot. But it was against Sunderland, so you never know how this is going to turn around. But I believe that's a good representation of their most probably best lineup right now. If Joelinton is alright and plays against City, I don't see why. Yeah, he's 47th minute. I don't see why Newcastle cannot be of danger against City. How was the game? It was on Newcastle, so they were alright, but have in mind that's against Sunderland, championship side, so nothing too amazing there to discuss. Lascelles, okay, it was 90 minutes of subs, so yeah, basically, let's see how the lineups are looking here. This is an ideal representation of their lineup. As you can see, Bruno Guimaraes was operating at the back, Longstaff, so a 4-3-3. Gordon most advanced. So Gordon is a good option here. We have to check how he's operating, but I don't think we need the subs, but I will add them for the sake of it. It's looking bad. It's looking bad adding them. But yeah, this is the subs. Subs were late. Positions irrelevant. So I believe that's going to be the lineup against City. If Joelinton is out, it's going to be Lewis Miley instead of Joelinton, because they don't have anyone right now to fill in. So Gordon looked alright against Sunderland, but it's against Sunderland. So we have to take a deeper look at how Gordon is performing and who the better options for investing in midfield are. But yeah, we'll talk about midfielders in the after tomorrow's video. In the next 3 videos, we will talk about each midfielder section, and we're going to decide who the best midfielders are. By the way, there is a game now postponed, not postponed, but moved to the Friday, Burnley against Luton. So it's going to be a Friday deadline, and I'm going to make a deadline stream on Friday, so stay tuned for that. I think it's going to be a pretty interesting stream. We're going to make the transfers then. We're going to fill up some data here, or maybe we'll leave that for after the game. We'll see how we are going to handle it. But yeah, for now, I believe that's a pretty good way to attack the Newcastle fixtures. I'm going to save that. And yeah, line up against City. Okay, those are the things that I needed to add for Newcastle. We're going now to the next team, who is Manchester United. They haven't played yet in the Carabao Cup. No, in the FA Cup, sorry. But we have 3 home fixtures that we can discuss. The first one is against West Ham. So let's start from there. So here it was West Ham 2-0 United. By the way, it was a good game for West Ham, that game. Bissaka, Kamvala, he's not nailed anymore. John Evans, Luke Shaw. Here is how the attack is looking. They were without Rashford, who has scored in the last couple of fixtures, or at least assisted twice, but their lineup is at shambles. I'm not interested in any of their players, but we'll add, if we have to think about them, we'll add them into the consideration when we discuss the transfer on the deadline stream. But yeah, Gameweek 18, nothing too spectacular here. Regulion is now gone, Rashford came on, Eriksen came on. I believe a lot of players will return for United, especially for the 14th of January fixture. Onana is still staying, so he wouldn't be part of the... He would be part against Spurs, so next week he will be part of the squad. which is an interesting decision. So yeah, but it's a decision made by United and Cameroon. So seeing how they're lining up, Garnacho, I can see Garnacho most advanced. So it was Bruno next to Højlund. And that's basically it. It's a pretty straightforward formation. It can be described as a 4-2-3-1 with a shadow striker. That was Bruno. Okay, a pretty high line. When Rashford joined, he became the most advanced player. Number 15 is Sergio Reguilon. He was advanced for sure. Anthony left for Pelestri. He was not as advanced, so when Rashford came on, he was the most advanced. Okay, we can take that from that game. Going into Gameweek 19. It was a win. So it was United against Villa. It was a big Christmas miracle because United won while Villa was leading 3-0. But yeah, they played alright in the second half, and Villa were far worse. Here I can see already 2 changes. Anthony is away, and the 3 changes. Okay. We'll discuss them. Eriksen is back into the side. Garnacho is on the right. Varane is back into the side. So a lot of things happened here. Putting that here. Van de Beek is now away, so he's no longer a player from their squad. Reguilon is out. Okay, like that. Hannibal joined late. So basically the positions are going to be exact because the subs were so late. So if we look at the formation, it was Garnacho again. So if someone is advanced from United, it's Garnacho. So Garnacho advanced. It was a 4-1-4-1 or 4-1-2-3 basically. So Eriksen and Bruno were next to each other. Okay, that's looked like a better squad maybe. The wall was more attacking. The wall was more. Where is Luke Shaw, by the way? I don't see Luke Shaw here. Was he there? Yes. Oh, he was suspended, right? Was he? Okay, let's add the subs to have a better understanding. But I believe he was. No, nothing said about Luke Shaw. I cannot remember where he was, but he's not in the game for sure. Anything interesting from that game? 1935 Mino. Yeah, that's what we can take from the game when Eriksen is playing. That's better. And it's game week 20 where they lost once again. It was Forest 2-1 to United. Let's see how they performed there. Spoiler case, it wasn't good, but it was still a game where they performed a little bit. So the guy not in the squad was Højlund. He had an injury problem. So yes, Anthony was so bad at that game. Honestly, he was so bad. I didn't like him at all, how he played. Last a minute for Reguilon here. It's tough for United for sure. Now going into the average positions. Come on, Garnacho plays so up high. but I see something more worrying here. I will write it in a second just to add. So number 37 showing subs. So McTominay became the holding DM. First of all, Garnacho most advanced again is the biggest threat for 1, 2, 3 again when Eriksen is on, when Højlund is out, Rashford is the striker. He was playing deep. So yeah, Garnacho made an assist, I believe, but got a card. But yeah, that's what we can take from that game. What? No, can I add it? Dictionary, yes. Okay. I think that wraps up United. It was a pretty good thing to see that Garnacho was so advanced. We have to see his minimap and everything when we take a look at the midfielders, but for now he looks alright and the best player to invest in from United. That's an interesting point to take. Now let's continue. Next up are Brighton. So we go to Brighton. We have two prem fixtures, a victory, a draw, and FA Cup fixture. So we are starting with the victory against Spurs. So it is, who was the home side? It was Brighton. Okay, sorry. So they are conceding a lot, but they are scoring. For sure, that's a game that I haven't looked yet, because both of their sides are on the top of the bracket. Sorry. I'm going to take a look at Spurs tomorrow, how they're performing, and who should we keep an eye on. There is a rumor that Werner is joining Spurs from Leipzig. I believe that's going to be true, and it's interesting to see how this will affect their lineup. But yeah, going here into the fixture, average positions. Wow, what a clear structure. It's a perfect 4-2-3-1, maybe. Yes, 4-2-3-1. And when the subs came on, it became a little bit tricky to decide the... So who came on? It was Wawana. It was Evan Ferguson. It was Estupinian. Okay, Estupinian played there. He was defensive, so Estupinian defensive. Not making up and down runs. So number 15, it's Mode. I don't care about him. But it was a 4-2-3-1. Gross was deep together with Gilmore. So yeah, that's from this game. Now going into Gameweek 20, that's a draw, but they played better than West Ham. So it was West Ham. We are going to take a look at that game in a minute once again, how West Ham were playing, but yeah. Brighton were the better side. I watched it live. So yep. Lineups. So this is the lineup. It's a little bit different. Where is Dunk? So Dunk is suspended. That's why he was absent. Okay. Stio kept his place. Gilmore, Gross is the same midfield, but Bonuete comes here. He was absent. Oh no, he was here. Played more on the right. So let's see how we're going to approach that Brighton side now. So this is the squad. No Adingra, who is injured. Pati is out, and Sisu is out. Wamchis, Saul March, Mituma, Veltman. A lot of players out. Baleba isn't playing anymore, which is bad because he was so good at the start, but his form dipped for sure. Moder came on, Ferguson. Moder missed a big chance, by the way. Ferguson came on and Wawana came on, so Wawana is getting more and more minutes. Let's see the average positions. So this was a 3-5-2. Oh, a different formation this time around. Let's add the subs and then discuss. Yeah, I remember being at 3-5-2, so 3-5-2 is Tupinan a center back. In how can I write Jack H was attacking, so he's an option from midfield for sure. He's a cheap option if you want to go as cheap. Gross and Gilmore, CDM. Bonuete was just a little bit ahead of them, and Welbeck and Pedro were together. So that's basically the game. Let's take a look at the FA Cup picture now, with everyone who is going to leave already left, but I believe they are both injured. So here, let's put that in the middle. They were moving quite faster because we already have the knowledge how to improve the documents and what to put in. So yeah, we are moving faster for sure. So it was against Stoke. Come on. So it's Stoke 2-4. It was 2 own goals or mistake or something. We'll take a look. But yeah, it was hell of a game, that game. It was a penalty conceded by Dunk and an own goal. And Dunk scored, Estupiñán scored once again, and João Pedro. João Pedro is making waves for sure. And with his fixtures, come on, he's looking like a good option. Here Milner was rested, but the rest of the lineup is the same from last week, apart from Webster. Webster was out, right? Yeah, Dunk was out because he was... So the 2 center backs are going to be Van Hecke or Webster together with Dunk. And here were the lineups. This is the game, this is the lineup. This is the Brighton side. Milner was not a used sub. So yeah, he got rest, but he will play in the Prem for sure. In their next fixture, let's take a look at how they are lining up. So it's average positions. Let's go to here. Okay, so this was 4 at the back, looking like it. Gross was more advanced. It was 4-1-4-1 or 4. So those are the 4. This is the one. Yeah, 4-1-4-1. Gross advanced. Let's see how they were lining up after the subs. A lot of subs happened here. So okay, putting that here. So Welbeck came on and he was attacking. So who left late? So Ferguson and Gilmore, their positions are there. Moder left early, so the Webster position, so it became a Dunk. No, it was Bonuete who left as well. So imagine 5-4-29. After subs, change to 3-5-2 with Welbeck and Ferguson together. Pedro as Cam. And yeah, that was basically it. That's how the game ended. Baleva is number 20. Yeah, he's a holding GM. And it was 1 for Pedro. Yeah, that's basically it. So after subs change 3-5-2. So Pedro as Cam, he is a cheeky option if you need a striker. For everyone who is willing to replace Wilson, João Pedro is looking pretty good option. He's on penalties, so that's a good for sure. For the appeal, he's scoring goals. So yeah, we're wrapping up Brighton. Good things can be said here. Now let's continue. It's going to be West Ham. Let's take a look at the game against, who was it? It was against Arsenal, where they defeated them. We haven't seen that game. Paqueta got injured here. This game is not going to be relevant a lot because it was Arsenal 2-0 West Ham. Because Paqueta is now injured, Kudus is out, so we are going to take a look at the FA Cup fixture, how they're lining. But we're going to take a look at that for sure. Benrahma joined for Paqueta, and that was the only sub that they made, so they were keeping the squad tight. That's basically it. Going here, let's see the average positions. We are going to... What the hell is that? Wow. Okay, that's going to be hard to investigate, but we will try our hardest. So Paqueta was defensive, so it was for, where is number 15? He's so far ahead. 19, 7, 28, 15 is so advanced. Mavropanos advanced. They were attacking from the right side by the looks of it, Arsenal, but we'll take a look at that tomorrow. Bowen as striker. Something else? No, I cannot see. Advanced ahead of holding GM. Yeah, that's what I can take from that game. Now let's go and take a look at the fixture against Brighton, because they were worse than them, but they had chances. So it was, do you know, it was only the 5th 0-0 of the season so far. This is intriguing. In 19 game weeks, almost like 400 games, something like that. 399 if I have to, 98. That's the only 0-0 draw, 5th 0-0. That's incredible, at least in my opinion. Lineups. Oh, Ben Johnson joined for Sufal. Sufal was here, yes. Sufal was here, and it was Benrahma for this guy. Paqueta. Yeah, Paqueta was his name. The subs, only one sub once again. So they are not making a lot of substitutes. They're going on muscles, basically. So whoever is here, he's nailed. Sufao, was he suspended? Sorry, I opened the wrong. Was he suspended? No, he wasn't, just in the lineup. Okay. And now let's look at the average positions. Okay, that looks more of it. Alvarez, clear, CGM. 4-1-4-1 formation, basically. See where is Benrahma, see where is for now. See, it's a clear 4-1-4-1. Um, Nothing else to add here, I have to be honest. Let's look where he joined and he played here. Okay, perfect. Where he played here as a DM, where he's supposed to be a striker. So they were defending a lot, but that's basically the formation. Yep. Now wrap it up with FA Cup fixture. So going here, it was West Ham 1 and 1-2. Who was the team? Bristol. Okay, that's a surprise, at least in my eyes. Paqueta was the striker. What? No. Bristol. So, oh, Mavropanos got injured. Paqueta got injured, so 2 injuries. I will add that as a... And Bowen got injured, by the way. Let's not forget that. So adding those here. Crespo is just not starting anymore. So let's put the average thing and we're going to discuss everything. So this is the starting lineup. Basically Paqueta's position is irrelevant because he got injured, so it's most important to add. So let's see, Mavropanos got injured in the first half, so it's number 4, then it's number 21. Okay, Sufa was there, Palmieri was there, Alvarez was holding, Suchek was defensive. Who came on for Alvarez? It was Danny Ings, so he became the holding GM. Bowen more on the right, so Mobama played 75 minutes. Bowen went on the right in that case. Fornals on the left, while Paqueta started on the left for sure. Bowen, Paqueta, Mavropanos got injured. Let's add it. Add to dictionary. So Inks came on the 70, okay. With Inks 4-4-2. Okay, that's what we can take from that game. Okay, we were a lot faster today, so I believe we're going to be fast tomorrow as well. I think that those analyses are very helpful because you add some notes from those games every game week and you can just read them and you know why there were some changes. I will take notes add notes when some press conferences occur, why some players were injured. So from the future it's going to be more live information because we're going to add them regularly. Like this is a 3-week just bulk of games, but now we're going to add them step by step and just write notes every time when something changes, when information occurs, when someone is playing up ahead, we'll take a notice so we have the information or regardless of everything. So yeah, we're almost done with the preparation. Those are 15 teams done. Tomorrow it's Spurs, City, Arsenal, Villa and Liverpool, the 5 best sides in the league in my opinion, and I'm going to be interested to see especially the game for Liverpool when they played Arsenal, how they line up. They have one more game against Fulham midweek, so we are going to add that at some point as well, maybe in the stream when we take the decision. City played alright today in the FA Cup, Spurs played alright, Poro scored, Villa were okay, but they scored late, and the last side is Arsenal. Arsenal are now a pretty hurt team, so maybe investing in them is not the ideal option. But we'll see how the things go. If you enjoy such type of content, please subscribe, like the video, comment it down, show it to your friends. Maybe together with them we can add more and more things that we can discuss. But for now, guys, I'll be heading out. Bye.